Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and all variations thereof, and welcome back to Shadows of Sorcery, Session 82. We are joined today by a variety of people, but not a Zarian. Zarian is missing in action and has not informed me as to where they are, and hopefully they will turn up later, and if they don't, I will be having words. With that being said, welcome everybody. Welcome to my punctual players, including Elfie Oakwood, who plays Prodigious Maximus, who is currently sewing on stream. You know we can't actually hear the sewing machine even when you're unmuted, right? Like, it just doesn't come through. We are also joined by a Lying in Bedmon, who plays Darren Moran, but Lying has left his chair. They've left their chair. They've buggered off for some reason. We are also joined by a Lydia, who plays Ingvar Svan, who is punctual and here, and hopefully not doing anything else. I hope. That is a respectable thing to do, I feel. And lastly but not least, we are also joined by Ekelu, who plays Hickory, who is, I hope, also here and not distracted. But very tired, apparently. Or ill? You sound a little ill, dearie. What is it with you people?
It's fine.
I went to bed at a reasonable time.
Thank you, Dragon Reaper, for letting me know that I had not unmuted everybody. That's fine. It's just me. I'm the only person on this stream, apparently. Everybody else has run away.
No.
It's
I think
fine.
It's your imagination.
It's fine. We are not joined by Zarian, however, because Zarian isn't here, has not informed me if they were going to be late or not, and has simply left me in the lurch, which is not necessarily an unusual thing for them to do at times. But, with that being said, welcome everybody. Welcome to Session 82 of Shadows of Sorcery. Who wants to do the recap? Nobody? Nobody at all? Very well. I'll take it into my hands to do so. So, last we left our party of punctual players had decided to take it on themselves to petition a god. But these
Something which
things...
is both possible to have and realistic to want.
Something that is both novel to want and possible to achieve.
Right.
Thank you, Lion, for volunteering.
Meh?
Thank you, Lion, for volunteering to do the recap.
I do. You want me? You really want me doing the recap?
You
I mean, it
were the
was
one who
mostly
spent
you.
most of his time, you know, last session, most of their time
Well,
doing
okay,
things.
let me rephrase that, Lucian. Do you want me doing the recap of the session I thought you did that was very mid?
Wow.
Yes, sure. And then we can pick out all the bits that you misunderstood.
I'll get the popcorn.
let's see. Darren went and had a big dramatic talk with Invict. Invict not being very cooperative in the slightest. Then Arcus went and had to talk to Invict as well, because Darren got a bad deal, and came out with an even worse deal, arguably. So we just kind of said, let's put that whole thing to the side. Invict appears to be kind of suicidal, and went and talked about the cure for the addiction in the town, and we're kind of working on that plot thread now.
Okay. So, last we left off, our party of punctual players decided that they would go and speak to a god with very little understanding of that god's faith or research or any real knowledge of anything to do with that god. Decided to, persuade and adjust and try and get information and power at the expense of not themselves. Now, Invict is the god of knowledge, and in some ways, these things can be bargained for. But gods are gods, and gods demand a price, and that price has to be personal. Regardless of the person requesting, and regardless of the good it could do, gods are at times challenging forces of nature in their own right. So, 2 deals have been laid before the party. One unique to Darren, which allows him to use the power and magic of other wizards and sorcerers and people who tap into the flow of magic in this world to transform himself into a dragon. But at a cost. The cost could have been bargained, but Darren chose to stick with what was asked. The other deal that is extended to the whole party is that of an immortal who no longer desires the long life they have lived, the long, unchanging life they have lived. Now, there are many gods on this world, but there are only 7 of the first. And as such, some of them no longer want to be gods. The party has had a deal laid before them that they do not have to accept. But in exchange for power and the ability to defeat their enemies, a promise must be laid that 2 party members, doesn't really matter which ones, will take the place of 2 gods, transferring their immortality and their bodies and minds to the plane of the ether, the gods themselves. One might say, replacing. And so, that brings us up to now, where our party of punctual players is simmering, shall we say, and awaiting their chance to move forward into Thistledown. Well, my dear party,
And
what are
Prod
your
is very
plans?
horny.
Why is Prod not?
I make Lucy drink.
You know, if I had a
paladin.
shot for every time you've made a dirty joke or comment in regards to Prod, I would be dead.
Good.
Lightweight.
Good. That's who he is. Look, Mama, you wrote Mama Era.
I wrote Mama Era, that is true. And by I wrote
You
Mama
created
Era, I
the
mean
voice
I
milk
sprung up with her on the
bullshit.
spot 3 sessions ago, but yes.
Sprung up, you say.
Well, then you should have spent more time world building.
I spend a lot of time world building, I just don't spend every waking moment designing NPCs.
I feel like you could write a really good, like zoology, like cryptozoology book.
Crypto.
You've got, you know what I mean? You know those like Egyptology of like where they just like make fictional atlases and stuff. I'm not saying the Egyptians were fictional. I'm saying
Modern
Like-
geopolitics would look much different if that was the case.
you know those like dragonology books.
Hmm.
I feel like Lucy could write one of those and it'd be really sexy.
I mean, Lying likes to write, what is it, the Doctor's Guide to Pokemon on Tumblr, so...
Yeah,
Or is it the
Poke
Gardener's
asks
Guide
series
to
how to
Pokemon?
take care of your Growlithe in a suburban environment.
Ah, yes.
But yes. So, our dear party of punctual players.
Sarian's gonna get it when they come in. I'm
What are the
scared for them.
plans for today?
Okay, so we're looking around in Thistledown.
Well, currently you are
Currently
still
we're
in Matina. You're awoken in the morning in the inn where you've been staying for the past few days. And you are gathering together in the morning. Librarian still somewhat absent. Has
This
not
is the-
exited their room.
They haven't had their morning cup of tea yet.
By the looks of it.
Do we maybe want to go check on them?
Heal that 9 points that I got from Mama Era.
Oh dear.
You will have had a long rest. So you're all up to full.
Okay, gorgeous. I think once Librarian comes out and, you know, can TP us, I feel like we need to head over to Thistledown. We figured out some really interesting stuff about the supply. Oh, the things that we figured out was that it is eating their bones, or it's eating their life essence, and they need to take more of it, otherwise they'll die. And if you were to administer the anti-agent, they would need external healing factors in order to survive. So we need to find, like, a cleric. No, we found a special item, didn't we, that would help heal?
You did find an item, yes.
That was with the librarian.
You found an egg. And the egg...
An egg!
Yes.
His mama
You
ate the
found
egg.
an egg that essentially casts Spare the Dying in a 30-foot radius.
Okay.
So it essentially means that anyone in that radius who is, shall we say, incapacitated, or their HP attempts to drop below 0, will have the recurring effect of Spare the Dying placed on them over the course of a specific amount of time. Thusly, it means that for the duration of 10 minutes, everyone in that area will have Spare the Dying cast on them every, 5 seconds, sort of thing. It is constantly recast. It's not a healing spell, but it means that no one in the area will have to make death saving throws.
Okay.
Mechanically
I do
speaking.
Gotcha. I do have mass cure wounds as well, so that also while the Spare the Dying is going on, can heal in like a range of, so that could also help.
That's amazing. Okay. I think we should figure out a game plan that will obviously go wrong. And then, yeah, inevitably. And then go and try and do that, I think, is our best bet. Question, do we know why their name, the assassin,
Evan Lorne.
Evan Lorne, is enslaving a whole town? Did we uncover that information, or is it just for the evil vibes?
We were only there for like a few minutes, as far as we know it's vibes. There's probably some kind of exploitative angle.
Roll me an intelligence check.
Fraud?
Mm-hmm. You asked the question, so...
I asked the question, which means I'd like to know the answer. Do I get any
Roll me
sort
an
of advantage on
intelligence
this?
check.
This is a -1, baby. Fraud ain't smart.
Can I try and draw some deductions?
That's a 13.
That's respectable. You know? That's not the worst. You could have rolled a 1 - 1. Which you've done in the past. So...
Yep.
On a 13, you know that... In your mind, you know that Evan Lorne is a member of the Carnifex Syndicate, a crime family that you guys have effectively dismantled 2/3 of in the past, like, couple of weeks.
Technically, we've only, like, killed a couple of their heads. You know, Hydra style, they're probably being replaced.
You also know that you have in your possession 2 demonic contracts that used to have the names of the heads of that organization on, and still have the name of Evan Lorne on them, which means there's likely to be a 3rd contract. Copies of these contracts. You know that both Lord Gabriel Blackwood and the Baroness Utrecht von Hamora were working to destroy the Wandering Library, a source of knowledge that is expansive and, to them, very dangerous, or at least to the patron that they serve through contract. So, it stands to reason that maybe Evan Lorne is doing something, or was at least attempting something, to aid her fellow members of the Carnifex in this project.
Right.
Alternatively, she could be on a power trip.
It could really be either way.
Yeah, any number
Prod
of things.
thinks out what Lucy just said. I
In
think...
fairness, at this point, I am telling you all details that all of you already know. I'm just putting them in a pattern that makes a little bit more sense to Prod's brain.
Prod's tiny, tiny mind. Okay. Prod's like squinting at like a brick wall. Like
You see a vein in Prod's temple pop.
low int character. Low int player. I think because it's like a devil contract, there was something about like souls and stuff. So it could be that they're trying to feed the souls to the soul machine. That might be part of it. And getting loads of willing participants who are hooked on a certain drug and would sell their soul to get said drug feels like a way of doing that. Or they could be like manpower in order to like break down a barrier to the library. I can't really think of a third thing. Anyone else got any ideas about why you'd have an army? Or, well, enslaved town?
Evil vibes.
Yeah, I
Evil
mean,
vibes.
with enough manpower, you can achieve quite a few things, really.
Okay.
Maybe we can figure it out on the road, as it were.
Yeah. Let's try and hide somewhere. We hid in a house previously, that seemed fairly, not like abandoned, but just unused. If we TP back to there, once the librarian gets out of bed, then we can have a little scout, see where they hoard the drug conserves, destroy the drugs, offer the townspeople, maybe kill the assassin guy, offer the townspeople the antidote treatment, and tell them that they'll be fine, and maybe they won't try and kill us in response.
That town looks pretty run down. We probably won't be able to get very many supplies from there. How is the bread doing, Ingvar?
Which bread? I have a few breads.
Yeah, that's my question. How are any of those still like good to eat?
Is bread Have I missed something?
I think the freshly baked bread should still be okay. I've got 4 loaves of that.
Okay, how old is it? How
All
long you can
right.
hold on to
I
that?
can remember.
If you can't remember, we should probably get fresh
You
fruits.
you open your backpack, Ingvar. I would like you to roll me a d20. This is going to be a luck check. You don't want a 5 or lower. 5 to 10 is mediocre. 10 to 15 is...
Oh.
What was
You
that?
could have let me finish!
That was literally the lowest it could
You
go.
didn't need to finish.
Does
Okay.
luck have a thing?
It has
attached to
no
it?
modifier. Luck is a straight roll. Okay.
Yeah, that bread's bad.
You open like the secondary pack that you have attached to your backpack. And like you remember like 2 days ago putting a couple of loaves in there. You haven't really been taking anything out of it though. I don't really remember when you open it up. All the bread is covered in mold. There were maybe like 2 like really old stale loaves that are unmoldy, but like there were also 2 loaves of bread that have been in there for like 2 months at this point, and you've just been putting bread on top of that. You pull a loaf out and it's just green.
You asked me about the loaves. I don't think the loaves are any good.
Bread.
We should probably get some fresh supplies then. I know a great baker around here. We can check them out.
Okay.
You may want to cleanse, possibly see a priest about that pocket.
I perform bless
I'm sure it's
on
fine.
the bread. What happens if I bless the bread?
You want to bless the bread, Elfie?
No.
I was gonna let you do it.
It wouldn't do shit. I know it wouldn't do shit.
Purify food and drink,
if-
maybe.
If you
Do
want,
I might actually have purify food and drink.
Ooh.
do you?
That's a cleric's, not a cleric spell. That's a paladin spell, I believe.
There
It's
was somebody that used to be able to purify food. I can't remember who it was.
Let me Google it.
I also have a question. Since
Go for it.
Hickory knew about the mushrooms from where he's from before, would he know if there's like other mushrooms or plant life growing in the area that he could go and get Wait, using the correct spell this time. That could
Roll.
be used.
Roll
Hell
me
yeah,
a
Paladin
nature
can use
check. Paladin can
Roll-
use
sorry,
it. Do
roll
you
it.
have it in your repertoire?
It's a first level transmutation. You said. I mean, I could wake up tomorrow and be able to do that.
I will allow you to have woken up this morning with that spell prepared, because it's literally you've just woken up.
Yeah. I'll be like, all right,
I mean,
this is
strictly
all
speaking-
bread, baby.
Strictly
So I'm
speaking,
like-
that spell does only clear poison and disease. It does not say anything about making it good to eat.
I will
In any
look.
case, he's just.
Why did you
think I'm
say
just
that,
gonna put the
Lying?
bread on the table. Or whatever.
Rob,
I'm trying to
roll
just,
me
like,
an
make that big.
Arcana check.
Who?
You.
You dumbass.
Arcana, another intelligence-based. What's that? That's an 8.
It's an 8.
Higher.
Okay. You clasp your hands together, prepare to bring down holy light on this small pile of bread that Ingvar has placed in the middle of the table. 10 minutes later, you and
I'm out
the
there.
entirety of the inn's occupants are standing outside in the street while the bartender is looking in at the building that is filled with mold spores after the bread proceeded to explode on the table and everything got mold spores all over it.
Better than an exploding sheep.
Just want to do one cool thing one time. I'm like out there kicking rocks.
Ingvar just kind of pats Prod on the back and goes, "You tried your best." The bread was beyond saving.
Tried the idea I had.
I mean, Martina's basically a
The-
desert,
oh,
isn't
yeah,
it? But she
the-
has some plants.
The idea of if Hickory knew about the mushrooms where he was before,
Yes.
knowing if there's anything. Okay, yeah.
Did you roll me a nature check on that?
No, I didn't hear what you wanted me to roll.
Yeah, roll me a nature check, if you would be so kind.
16.
Plus 12.
He's a
Yeah,
scared
I'll do it.
Yeah,
Wonder where Wells might.
you think about how you summoned through the lightning shrooms earlier yesterday. Think about it. Yeah, you could do something like that.
Okay, I do have the correct spell this time now, so I don't have to pull them through. I can just go.
I mean, yeah, you are aware that the spell is a relatively strong spell and essentially means that you will be traveling across the continent to get to where you need to go. And the doorway only stays open for about 6 seconds.
Yeah.
So you'll have to use it again to come back.
Oh, I see. Well, it says the duration is 10 minutes.
I'm sorry, which spell are you looking at now?
Transport via plants. It's level 6. I've also put it in the chat thingy.
I am going to refer to my big book of spells because it's slightly more reliable.
Okay.
Page 334, apparently.
Well, that's definitely incorrect.
334.
Yeah, it's definitely incorrect. It's not on page 334.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Large or larger inanimate plant.
I did find a tree earlier.
Right. Is it alive?
It was an alive tree.
Hmm. Are we talking? Are you trying to get us to the village or
Okay.
somewhere else?
So the plan is to like basically collect supplies that like Hickory knows is edible from like the swamp that he used to be in, and then bring them
Alright.
back. Yes.
That's really cool. We could do that at the... Would you be able to, like, know what's edible around the town itself?
I'd probably have to
yeah.
do another nature check for that.
But you're nature check right now.
Yeah, I do have a +12 though.
Okay.
So.
How many 6th level spell slots do you have?
1.
1. Here's what I'm going to say. The spell does say it has a 10-minute duration, which I feel is, as far as I've seen, a lot of DMs have a tendency to waive that. No way. That's wrong.
What do you mean? What?
Transport via plants. Casting time, 1 action. Range, 10 feet. Components, verbal, somatic. Duration, 1 round. 6 seconds.
Huh.
Oh, that must have gotten buffed in another edition.
That's from the PHB 24. But that is entirely incorrect. Unless they adjusted that in 2026 edition, which wouldn't make any sense because it's from the 2024 edition. Anyway, I'm going with the rules that I have in my book here. That spell lasts for 6 seconds, 1 round of combat.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I do have a thing then. Because Hickory can get a long rest from a short rest. So
Yes.
we're still waiting on the librarian to wake up. So he could go and gather everything and then have a short rest where he's technically, which is like I think 4 hours, and then come back afterwards.
The
'cause that
short
would be
rest
your
is 30 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, then there you go.
Yeah.
That's good. We can do that. Would you like a help on your way? Can you like transport with a person?
Yep, any creature.
Yeah, it's
the-
any creature can step into it.
Yeah,
Nice.
as long as all of you can fit through the doorway within 6 seconds, and I would say that's about 6 people-ish. Like 1 person per second seems about right. Yeah.
Are we likely to experience any time dilation with this trip like the last time we left town?
I mean, you are on the other end of the continent to the place that Hickory is wanting to take you guys, so...
Home sweet home.
But it'll still be 30 minutes.
It'll be 30 minutes of time, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it'll be a different time of day, but it'll still be...
Right. Shall we maybe see? Let's get some bread products. Let's get some vegetables or whatever we can find in that swamp that's edible. Maybe there's some like jerky in the like marketplace.
We do know
I
that
found
they
the-
don't.
What was that, Alfie?
Lucian, I did find the thing. It is you don't need to sleep and can finish a long rest in 4 hours. That is
Okay, so
correct.
it's...
It is 4 hours.
Yeah. So your long rest is 4 hours long, basically,
Yes,
is what you're
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Instead of
Yeah.
you couldn't do a long rest in the time of a short rest, which is a very different thing.
Different thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew it said 4 hours. I was like, that can't be right. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, this. What did you say, Alfie?
I was just like, we do know that the town has run out of food and is only subsisting on this like...
You have no
Thing,
idea.
right?
All you know
Yeah.
is that the
It
town
looked
is...
very run down. I don't know that it's doing much in the way of producing produce.
It didn't look run down. It looked empty. and very clean.
Having a little bit of food with us, but I think we can get this food, and that would be great. But I don't know how much that's going to, if that's going to make too much of an impact. But I still would like to do that. But also, I feel like I should stay behind to help clean up this moldy inn now. So if you guys
we
want to
should
go
get
do
the food
that,
supplies so we don't have to go out.
You
to get
watch
the
as
food.
the sort of
And
the spores and dust are now settling like a fine film over everything in the inn. Just like it's very, and the innkeeper kind of steps in, like puts a foot down, and spores just go, pff, and then
Yeah.
Are
float
we gonna have to
gently
pay
down
for
to the.
this?
no, I'm gonna clean it up. I'll clean it up. Also, in case there is some funky time shit, I want to be here for the librarian when they wake up.
Fair.
Yeah, it might be where, I mean, Ingvar feels a little bit guilty because it was his bread to start with. He feels like he should also help to stay and clean all this
No,
mold up.
it's fine. It's fine. It was my bad. We should have just binned it. I knew we should have just binned it. It's fine.
I am offering to help.
No, it's good. You're strong, and you'll probably be needed to help carry some food.
Fine.
Right.
Put it on
I
the dragon. Sorry.
I will head for the bakery of the halfling girl. Name escapes me at this exact moment.
Mm-hmm. You head down. You head down to the bakery. What exactly are you looking for? Just general rations or more specific types of food?
Let's get some basic rations. Let's get some like sliced breads that we can use for a variety of different meals. And I guess a couple of treats. You know, I feel like
Okay.
we've earned that a little
Yeah.
bit.
Little treat.
Just a little
Yeah.
treat.
Something sweet.
You grab a couple of rations. You grab some general, just general foodstuffs. You pick up a couple of cupcakes, and the lovely young halfling behind the counter, with her tattoos all up one arm, pops a small pastry in that box with the cupcakes, and says it's on the house. And you pay 2 gold, 5 silver for that. Just a large mass of rations and some treats.
Right. Much obliged. We're probably going to be out of town for a while. Hopefully we come back at some point and I can catch up with you.
Oh, it'd be lovely to see you around again sometime, handsome.
And away we go.
Flirting.
As you come back to the inn, you see the innkeeper and Prod and one of the waitresses have all donned like cloth masks around the lower part of their face, have mostly divested of any belongings that they don't want to get completely covered in this stuff, and are just going at the place with brushes and mops, and there's spores just everywhere. It's bad.
Are we going to have to pay for this?
No, it's fine. I'll fix it.
It doesn't seem to be getting better.
It'll get better. We've just started.
Prod, roll me. Roll me an athletics check.
That's good. I've got a +9 in athletics.
I'm giving you a reprieve.
But other dice.
That's a 27.
Hey! We'll resolve that later. What are the rest of you doing while Prod is on cleanup duty.
You gotta go do the magic shrooms.
Yeah, I guess we'll go find some edible matter.
They're not
Okay.
magic, but thank you.
Okay. Hickory, you find a relatively broad, old sort of palm tree. Put your hand against the trunk, and you watch as the trunk itself doesn't necessarily split, because that would harm the tree. But you watch as across the surface of the trunk, this light radiates up and creates this sort of shimmering curtain in front of it as you cast transport via plants. And you, Darren and Ingvar, step through. It takes a couple of seconds at most, and a moment later, the three of you find yourselves somewhere else. And I will see if I can find the board. Is this the board? This is not the board. I have so many boards. Yes, it is this one. Okay. Okay. As the three of you step out into a relatively shady, it's sort of early evening here, as you step out of a large old
Still here.
tree. I need to grab you, Ingvar and Hickory. Yeah. As the four of you step out into this large old tree glade with a familiar looking elderly oak tree, Darren, as you see a very old portal to the Feywild that you and your companions stepped through many months ago.
We're not going through that door again, are we? Does this plan to get mushrooms or anything require us to go back for that?
No.
I hope not.
It is just in the swamp.
Okay.
I'll show you where they should grow.
Alright. I will guess try to do a survival to find something edible around here.
Survival or nature? You can pick.
Well, nature is int based and survival is whiz based, and we know which of those I'm good at.
And if one of the other party members wants to give you advantage on this, they can.
I got 25. It's not getting much higher.
That is fair. As you, Hickory, sit down and start work on the rest required to replenish this spell slot, Ingvar and Darren start looking around this swamp. On a 25, Darren, it is... Swamps are not your natural terrain, but you've been to this one before. This one is somewhat familiar. As you're sort of walking through, you recognize various plants. There's a couple of mushrooms here and there, but you steer clear of them. One of them is purple with white spots, and you're not really sure about that. Eventually, you come to a small sort of nestled sort of mound that is popping just out of the sort of weird slimy water, which has a variety of herbs on it, and a couple of what you recognize to be lightning shrooms, with their sort of pale blue caps with very gentle sparks of electricity sort of bouncing between the frills of the mushroom on the underside. Roll me a d6.
Oh, this should add some kind of spice to a bit of food, to a bit of our food. 1.
You manage to find 3 mushrooms, 3 lightning shrooms, in this small patch. For those of you that don't know, lightning shrooms will, in their raw form, inflict haste on you for a period of 6 turns, but because they're in their raw form, you will gain 2 points of exhaustion when they run out. So they are kind of a last resort type of thing. Roll me another d6 if you would be so kind, Darren.
One.
God.
On this sort of small mound covered in little herbs, you also find a small patch of what's known to be slip silvergrass. Slip silvergrass is not rare, but it's difficult to come by. You managed to find 2 small bushels of this. Slip silver is essentially, it allows you to gain a dodge chance, is the easiest way to put it. When an enemy attacks you, you roll a you roll a d20. If that number is below 10, the enemy hits. If the number is above 10, the enemy misses, because the slip silvergrass will assist you in dodging. However, since it is in its raw form, it does have a downside as well, in that when the effects of slip silvergrass, which last for 4 turns, run out, you will find yourself more sluggish. So you will be inflicted with the slow effect. Your movement speed will be reduced by half. It takes you about an hour and a half to find this small patch of herbs and mushrooms. Ingvar, while this is happening, since Darren didn't request any assistance, what are you doing? Swamp.
Probably just looking around and seeing if there's anything that catches his eye.
Okay, roll me nature or investigation. Or survival, depending on what really you're looking for.
Yeah. Where the Probably gonna be survival because that's a +3. I'm trying to throw dice in this one. That's a 10.
Okay, 10. You sort of search through various bushes. At one point, you plunge your hand into like this large piece of bracken and pull it out, and there's just a frog sitting on your palm. You look around. It's very dark and sort of dim and swampy. It's late evening here. Eventually, you find this sort of deep well of water in the middle of this swamp, where the edge sort of just crumbles into this patch. There's a couple of maybe fish in there, it looks like. You're already like knee deep in water. You're not going to get much wetter at this point.
Huh?
Okay. Yeah. Other than that, not much else. It's swamps, not your favorite place to be fair. Pretty damp. Pretty damp.
After the bread incident this morning, I was half expecting swamp bread.
As a DM, I am of the opinion that items such as bread have to have a way to be made by someone before they can appear in your inventory. So,
Fair.
finding them in inns and cupboards and, like, just in houses and stuff, that makes sense.
I mean, it could have been.
But if you want to roll me a luck check...
You are clearly
because that
forgetting
ran
about
so
the
well
rare
this
magical
morning.
swamp bread treat.
I mean, I'll give it a.
Sure,
I don't know,
roll
it's a
me a
rock
luck
ship.
check. Just...
Why couldn't I have gotten that earlier?
Okay. So that's a 17.
We left Martina and our rolls started going way up.
I was...
Yeah, pretty much.
So that's a 17. I didn't actually tell you what the challenge ratings on this luck check would have been. But I was gonna put 15 or below at you get nothing.
Oh no.
So you've rolled a 17. As you're sort of like looking around this pond, there's like these silver fish that sort of swimming their way through this area, looking around. And there's a log over the other side. Did you think... No, wait, it's not a log. Logs don't have legs.
Oh no.
You watch as one of these sort of little silver fish swims near the surface, and a very small crocodile springs out and down into the water and snaps it up, and sort of swims gently back towards the edge of the bank, where you realize now there's a much bigger sort of alligator crocodile type creature sort of not really sunning itself on the bank, just kind of slumbering. And you sort of watch the little crocodile swim up to it and sort of sit in sort of the crook of its curl. And you notice that there's just a baguette next to it. This is like a foot-long baguette. It's kind of green, a little bit wet, a little bit damp. But the crocodile, the mama crocodile seems to have taken, like, she's got 3 little crocodilings and a baguette that's kind of green. And if you're a crocodile and you're not very smart, might think it's a baby crocodile. You're not very sure. It's kind of weird to see. And the crocodile's like a good 25 feet from you on the other side of this pond. And it's not awake at the moment. Do with that what you will.
Don't steal the bread, baby. Don't steal its little bread, baby.
I am tempted to steal the bread, baby.
I'm not going to stop you.
I have a 5 in stealth.
If
I
if
can-
it's less if the baguette is less than 5 pounds, I can just mage hand it.
Oh,
I will
well,
stop you from stealing the bread, baby. That is a
You're not even
baby.
there.
How dare you? I
You're
got
not
so
even
angry
there.
I left the core.
Good dogs. I could use pass without trace and then use the stealth. I get to 15 stealth. Okay, we're going to use pass without trace and then we're going to try and steal the bread, baby.
Okay. Yeah, you cast Pass Without a Trace, which gives you a +10 to your stealth.
Yeet.
Roll me a stealth.
Fuck's sake.
Well now.
I'm to get eaten.
Well now.
That's on you. That's
So
on you
that's-
for trying to steal
So
a child.
for those who weren't watching the screen, Lydia has just rolled a natural 1. Which,
Well.
regardless of what additional stuff you get on your modifiers on that, it's still a natural 1.
Keep.
It's a 16 for the purposes of mechanical, like, existence. However, it is a natural 1. Ingvar, you
Hi.
have a sudden urge to steal. I mean, bread's probably not very good for crocodiles, right? Like it's probably really bad for them, actually. You'd just be doing them a favor. You start to make your way around the clearing, and you get within about 5 feet of this, like, now that you're up close to it, this crocodile is maybe about, like, 8 feet long. Pretty big. You sort of step up onto the sort of platform of stone that it's sort of lying on. And you extend a hand down towards this, like, baguette that's in the middle of these sort of little crocodiles. They're kind of slumbering. One of them's on its back with its legs in the air. Its belly is sort of bulging a little bit. You grab the baguette and your fingers kind of curl into it, and it's soggy, pretty soggy. It's been out in, like, swampy air for a while, kind of green, and you start to pull it away, and as you do, the mama crocodile's eye opens right next to your head and is looking right at you.
Good.
Now.
Hi, how are you doing?
We are going to roll initiative here. And we are specifically going to roll initiative in that your sort of situation here is, if you roll lower on initiative versus this sort of crocodile mama, she is going to get first crack at biting your head off. I am not exaggerating here.
Oh, that's fair. That's 11.
Okay, that's 11. Mama Crocodile is here. You are around about here at the moment. And I'm just gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna give all players access to that crocodile so that you can all see what's happening here. Okay. So, this crocodile gets a +3 to its initiative. You rolled an 11. Well, you rolled with modifiers an 11.
Yep.
This crocodile has to get an 8 or higher to beat your initiative. That is a 6. You go first.
Yay!
At your leisure, Ingvar.
I've got the wrong window open here. I am going to use a Stalin Asher the stride.
You're going to use the retreat. Got it.
Yes. I'm going
A
to use the
Chardalon
stride.
stride, I believe, is
Yes.
what it's called. Okay.
Yes, this increases my speed by 20 feet, and then I'm getting the bloody hell out of it. Doesn't
Are you-
provoke opportunity attacks as well.
Okay, so you would avoid opportunity attacks when using
Yep.
this. Okay. Are you taking the baguette?
No, I'm leaving the soggy baguette behind. It's not
You're
worth my
leaving the
fingers.
soggy baguette behind. Okay. You engage a Chardalon stride as your main action, which gives you a total total speed of 50 feet, I believe.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. And you book it just as the mama crocodile lunges for your head. You are suddenly 50 feet away and speeding.
Somebody
you-
with a prosthetic leg, this boy can move.
You hear in the background the snap as crocodile jaw comes down on empty air. And you also hear the sound of a crocodile slithering into the water. But you are striding. You are going at... if you use your main action as a dash, you are going at 100 feet per 6 seconds.
Yep.
So
Yep,
you-
let's go for it, because I ain't fighting that thing.
And
dashing.
you are basically gone. The crocodile has no idea where you went. You are just speeding away at speed. You run back into sort of up the sort of little mound and clearing where Hickory is currently sort of meditating in the middle. And you don't see Darren anywhere, but you know, he's probably fine.
He stops next to Hickory, grabs his breath, tries to grab his breath for a little bit, and then just kind of whispers into the ring, because Darren will have the ring on him still, I hope. Just whispers, careful, there's an angry crocodile in the water somewhere.
Yeah, Darren, you hear that over the ring.
Okay.
I was stupid and tried to make a bread baby from a crocodile. Mama didn't like it.
Ingvar, you've unloaded high explosive artillery on demons before. How is it? Are you afraid of a singular, I'm presuming, non-magical crocodile?
It tried to bite my head off.
Most things we encountered have.
Most things we've encountered haven't had that many teeth.
I don't know about that. What are those wolves?
Yes, and then he died to those. I can just imagine Prod's face at the other end listening to all of this.
Right. I've got some slip silver grass and some lightning mushrooms. Have you found? Is the bread baby edible?
I don't know. I didn't risk picking it up.
Oh, I see. So you've just annoyed a crocodile.
Maybe.
Hickory is still out for the moment.
Yeah, I think they're still resting, meditating, sort of thing.
At this
Yeah,
point,
I
it's been
guess-
about 2 hours-ish out of the 4.
I guess keep looking around a bit more. Try not to anger any other local wildlife.
No promises, but I'll try my best.
Okay. You guys spend another 2 hours in the swamp. Eventually, you manage to get back to this sort of mound in the middle of the area, Darren. Hickory, you awaken? Awaken would be the wrong word. You stop meditating once your energy reserves, the spell reserves, have charged to a point where you feel like you could cast that spell again.
He has been canonically conscious this whole time, so he knows about the crocodile. He gets up, kind of shakes off a bit of the water that he's been sitting in, but not too thoroughly, and says, "Are we ready to go? Have we gotten enough around? I can also take a look if you'd like me to."
It might be a good idea if you did. I've got a few mushrooms and some grass. I don't know how much of this is like useful on a meal kind of level.
Sure. Can I make a nature check?
Yeah, roll me a nature check. Oh. Yeah, you find another, shall we say, 6 rations in the form of a variety of mushrooms you recognize as edible, some small herbs, a little bit of sort of swamp lettuce, variety of little bits and pieces. And you also find another small patch of lightning shrooms. If you could roll me a d6, please.
Swamp Lettuce
Okay.
is a great band name, by the way. If anyone wants us to name a band Swamp Lettuce, I would endorse it.
Mm-hmm. You find another 7 lightning shrooms, Hickory. You spend a little bit more time, and you feel the spell ready to go whenever you want to go back.
Hickory goes back to the tree that they exited from, and goes ahead and casts it once everyone's around.
Okay. You summon once again this sort of shimmering green veil curtain and on the edge of this tree, and the 3 of you step through back to Tina, where you sort of step out of the sort of large palm tree, make your way back to the inn. Prod, let's resolve that athletics check, shall we?
Let's do it. 27, by the way.
27.
Wrote it down. I wrote it down on a
Okay.
post-it note.
27. You spend most of the morning sort of cleaning up this sort of main room of the inn, scrubbing and scrubbing until your knuckles are raw, until eventually, within the span of like 3 or 4 hours, the whole thing is gleaming. You made a mistake, but you are gonna be damned if you're not gonna make sure you rectify it.
Look. Play hard, clean up harder.
Fair enough. Also, I have been advised by Zarian that they were held late at work, but they should be with us relatively soon.
That's good.
At least within 15 minutes, as stated 25 minutes ago. So, we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll find out. Look, sometimes you
It'd be
fill
like
up
that.
the kettle all the way. Ah!
Nice.
Oh, speak of the devil.
Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Hi, Zarian.
Speak of the tired Glaswegian, and they shall appear.
I shall appear.
The librarian at this point comes out of his room, Prod, as you're sort of on your knees scrubbing the inn's floor at this point.
I'm wearing a little like apron and everything.
Over the
It's
top
like a
of the armor, of
full-made
course.
outfit, scrubbing the floor. You just come, you've slept in. You open the door, and you just see Prod.
Yep, Prod is...
Librarian takes the one look at the French maid outfit that Prod is wearing and goes, I said last time, can you please make me at least sign a consent form the next time you take this outside into public spaces?
No, it was because of the moldy bread. And look, this is actually helping, I promise. Prod gives no more context.
What?
Well, it's because of the bread that that Ingvar had in the bottom of their bag, and I tried to make the bread good bread, but it was bad bread. And then when I tried to do the ritual to make it good bread, the bread exploded, and then the mold went everywhere. And now
One moment.
everyone else is at the swamp, and now I'm cleaning up the mess that I made, even though it's Ingvar's bread. But that's fine because we
You're
play
first
harder, we
behind.
clean up harder.
I can only
Friendship.
flip through this book so quickly, Prod. I'm viciously trying to find comprehend languages because nothing you're saying makes any fucking sense.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Red went boom.
Anyway, they should be back soon. We've kind of got a plan, or a semblance of a plan. We're gonna head to Thistledown. You're gonna TP us there.
Okay, that I can do. I'm gonna start ritual casting Purify Food and Drink, since I'm guessing whatever this is, it came from food.
It's fine. It's gone now. It's over. You don't need to do that.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, do you want to fill me in on what the plan is? I think I've been out of it for a bit.
Oh, yeah. So we've got that medicine that will fix the people in Thistledown who are drugged up. We've got that locket thing, that egg that will cast Spare the Dying. And we've got our wonderful scarecrow friend, who I actually can't remember the name of right now.
Oh, okay, wait, before you go, how was your night with Mama Era? What did you two get up to? Is that why you
she's
were in
very-
your maid outfit?
She. Oh no, this outfit has nothing to do with her. Though she does have a very similar one, but that was okay. We didn't need that in the end.
You need to cure wounds? Because I know cure
I'm
wounds.
We've had a long rest since then. Don't worry about it.
Okay, don't worry. I don't know what that is, but sure.
Yeah. I was on a thing, and now I'm so sidetracked. Okay.
Anyway, back to the egg.
Back
What
to
has
the
the
egg.
egg spoken to you?
The egg said, spare the dying, cure wounds, all's well. And then we have Hickory, who will cast the like a really big wide range healing spell at the same time to help cure all the people. So we've got that curing done. Everyone else is off gathering some food in case there's no food in the town, and what we're going to do, we're going to go in, we're going to find where they're keeping the drug and where they're producing it. We're going to explode it as best we can. Then we're going to go find the assassin and we're going to explode them best we can. And then we're going to find the townspeople and hopefully not explode them best we can. That's the plan, baby!
Okay. I mean, that's a solid A plan. What if something goes wrong?
We'll do what we always do. Just fuck it up.
Okay, vibes. Like it.
Vibes.
Alright, I do have several countermeasures, but I need you guys to stay close to me, because otherwise I won't be able to, like, teleport us out in an emergency. Just be aware of that.
Aye, aye, Captain.
At this point, the other three sort of open the door to an inn that has never looked this clean.
Again, you still see
bad.
me in the little French maid outfit.
Not but
Where the heck did Brod get that outfit from?
I keep it in my backpack just in case.
In case of what?
in case of, you know what? I'm not sure I want to know.
You can't see
Correct.
this,
Oh,
my
Arcus,
lad,
you're awake.
but I'm...
Yep,
Thumbs up.
I'm up and about. Prodson reminded me of the plan and stuff. How did stuff go in the swamp? Did you say, Prod?
I managed to find us some lightning shrooms. Those will come in handy later.
Oh, nice. That's for creating additional doses, right?
I nearly got my head bit off by a crocodile.
That's for being stabby very quickly.
But the
Oh,
lightning
you're making
shrooms
the-
were also a component of the antidote.
We could probably use them for that.
Oh,
I mean, I guess the more the
mushrooms that
merrier.
I got yesterday should have covered all of the doses.
Yeah, you guys have a total of 30 vials. Each vial contains 2 doses, so you have about 60 doses of the antidote.
Yeah, we should be able to heal a bunch of people, or at least I don't know. I don't know what the population of Thistledown is, but we can at least save a chunk of it.
Yeah, I mean,
Do I know?
ideally we
what the
can save them
population
all,
of
but
Thistledown
You
is?
do not know
Is the population of Thistledown a thing I've found before?
No, that is not information that
What?
you would have found.
what domain is Thistledown a part of? Like, what country?
It's part of Radavi, so the capital city of would be Farrenholm, that Thistledown would reply to, essentially.
I mean, if we really wanted to be sure, we could probably look up census data in Farrenholm. I do have the teleportation circle key, but I feel like that's going a bit beyond what we should really be looking into.
Yeah, we probably don't want to check that for just like a passing inquiry.
I mean, I have been thinking about this for a while, but are we sure we want to be handling all of this on our own?
I want to try.
I want to try too, but I just been at the back of my head, like, why are we not involving higher powers? There's countries that we know would want to help.
Putting aside that trying to go through those official channels and whatnot means a lot of paperwork and a lot of bureaucracy and a lot of time in which there are people actively being hurt. We also know that the Carnifex have friends in high places a lot.
Yeah, I suppose if they caught wind that we knew where they were, they would just move away.
Yeah. Like that was the problem when we went with the Baroness. That was the problem when we went with the Baron. It was just, and almost everyone we could have talked to was already on their payroll. So
I mean, is there no one we can trust in Farrenholm?
the only way we could find out would be to potentially expose ourselves to harm, and as a consequence, everyone else in Thistledown as well. So
Okay, I guess we're going in then.
You know that there are a few people in Farrenholm that you maybe can't trust, but you know that they're not aligned with the Carnifex. One of them would be the current regent of Fahrenholm, who actively got you guys out of the city before the Carnifex could catch up with you that first time. So there are a few people in power that you are familiar with, but not really familiar enough to know if they're trustworthy in all senses, but definitely against the Carnifex, you know that they could be trusted.
I mean, all I'm really saying is it would be really great, no offense, Hickory, but a priest or someone with high healing magic. That's who we really, really need, right? Like, we've got items as, like, stopgaps, but in a pinch, that's kind of what we need, right?
We could bring in a priest afterwards.
Could we
Like
hire one on retainer here?
Once we've rescued, like, once we've killed the guy and, like, killed the supply, then it's fine. Like, then we can bring in the people that we need. You know what I mean?
But the thing I'm more so trying to explain here is when they take the drug, they need constant medical supervision, otherwise they will wither away into nothing. We need basically all the holy magic we can get our hands on, including what we already have.
Yeah, like, could we maybe hire some people on retainer here? Take
And
them with
Prod,
us?
surely you have church connections as well. There must be someone you know that we could trust here.
Yeah, everyone in the Church of Callista is completely trustable.
I'm really trying to have confidence right now. But also...
I don't know what you mean. I just said everyone is, like, so nice. And always batting for the good team. I've never met someone in the Temple of Callista who wasn't nice.
Wouldn't mind having a word with Diana before we go.
Oh yeah, she's fine.
Out of character, I'm like 99% certain all the people in Callista Temple are like the backstabby theater kids that talk shit behind each other's backs the moment they walk out.
Absolutely. 100%. Out of character, 100%. Everyone.
Prod goes in there with all the fucking relics of Callista, and they're just like, "Oh my god, hi! I love all of your clothes. Oh, this scarf is amazing." As soon as you get out, fucking hate that bitch.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. She's the goddess of drama. What do you expect?
Exactly. That's what I'm like. Okay, no, not that.
The reason why Prod was sent on mission because he was like too nice.
Oh god. Okay, I guess this is the best we're getting then. I'm ready to open the door to the library so we can make our travel as soon as you guys are then.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna start making the doorway probably in one of the inn tavern doors or something similar to like the lodging area. The rooms in the library where we all stayed before and had a rest, but it was relatively safe.
Okay. You start to form the sort of golden glyphs that convey and project the doorway to the library. It takes but a moment, and then the five of you disappear into the wandering library once more. Okay, Penny's in. Three. Five. There we go.
Okay. Can I do a perception check?
Sure. Roll me
Are
a
we
perception
safe?
check. But roll me the perception check first, and then I'll tell you.
Oh no, that's just me informing you of my intent about why I'm rolling
see.
rather than asking an actual question. That's a 7, so I don't know.
Probably. I mean, there's nothing in this part of the library that you can see that would be actively harmful.
Okay, guys, I guess we're safe for now. If you can just stay about while I get the doorway ready to thistle down. I'm gonna start casting that.
Okay. How long does it take to cast? Remind me.
Oh god, every single time you do this, I'm like, oh shit, it's less than 20 minutes now, but it's something to do with my warlock level.
Yeah, it's 20 minutes minus your warlock level, I believe, is the way built it.
Let me find it. 20 minutes minus my warlock level. My warlock level is 13, so it takes 7 minutes.
7 minutes. Okay. You start to compose the glyphs once more. I'm going to need... I'm really enjoying the luck checks today, so I think, yes, another luck check.
Because they're screwing us over.
Who wants to roll this one?
Not me.
How about the one of us that can reroll?
You can't re-roll luck checks.
do it.
They have a feat.
They have
which
the
is
lucky.
the lucky feat. So in fact, it
Okay,
should be
no,
exactly what this is
That
for.
is fair. That is fair.
What am
You
I
have-
rolling?
You're rolling a d20, no modifiers.
Yeah. I'm so good. I'm so good. You're gonna see this. Boom.
Oh my god.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
for God's sake.
I'm gonna use a luck point.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Actually, I'm gonna use a luck
And
point.
that's the 17. I think we'll have the 17.
Okay. You have successfully skirt. Like you're sitting there for a moment, and you, as the librarian is doing all these golden geometric patterns in the air, you start to drift off a little, Prod. And like your just brains just like, oh, it's warm in here, it's quite nice. You spend the morning really getting a good workout in, getting a little bit tired. And you hear in the background, and you think to yourself, and you look around, and at the end of the hallway into where all the sort of library books are, you watch as the books suddenly start to fall out of the shelves, mass onto the floor, and this massive wave of rushing paper and books starts to thunder its way down the corridor at you, and then you wake up and everything's empty. Everything's fine. You do hear in the distance just as the librarian finishes their incantation, and a golden door opens up in front of you.
Everything alright, Prod?
Prod sneezes.
I hope you're
In
not getting
response.
sick. We're about to be a lot colder.
By the way, Lucy, I fucking love that idea. The idea that you like foresee your doom, and then you do a lucky roll and you're fine.
You know?
I love that.
Sometimes it
That's
works.
genius.
The five of you once again step through this door and head to Thistledown, where we are going to take a quick break. We'll be right back, everybody, with some more Shadows of Sorcery, Unravelling Thoughts. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome. We return to the town of Thistledown. It is once again a foggy day, rainy, but somewhat lighter. You have arrived at mid-afternoon, by the looks of it. As you all step out.
I will walk over to the window and I'll see if I can see that like big area we burned to the ground last time we were here.
Oh yeah, we did do that.
Yeah, you step to the window of the inn that you guys have stepped into. You can see over in the sort of middle of the square, there's still some struts and stuff that are poking up off of the ground. There's this old iron cage that didn't burn, but pretty much the rest of it has just been cleared away entirely. It's just this flat, empty piece of ground, quite clean as well.
Okay, well, at least that didn't cause any more damage.
I mean,
wasn't there like a trap door or something in that area? I can't remember.
There, in the middle of the square, sort of underneath the base of what might have once have been a large statue, there is a heavy iron sort of hatch. You don't know where it goes.
But they built something over it, which implies that they don't actively use it for some reason.
What you do know... Actually, roll me a perception check, Arcus.
Okay. That's a 14.
Okay, not a hard thing to notice. When you sort of... Even when you just popped out to take a look around, you realize that the town is very clean, and also that there's, along various streets, you've noticed small metal gratings, and all the streets have like a slight dip at the edge that goes down into sort of like a little trough, suggesting maybe the existence of runoff for water, cisterns, maybe sewers as a possibility.
Sewers.
Are we going back in the sewers? Is that your idea, Arcus?
I'm just wondering where that manhole goes and if we're only seeing half the picture of this town.
Only if we had someone who had wings, who we could turn invisible for a short amount of time.
Do you want me to do recon?
Yes!
Okay.
Is there any way to make you, like, less visible? Does anyone have, like, an invisibility spell? You do.
Me.
Yeah,
Okay.
They have one.
Get up there, wing boy!
Okay, right.
We need to know, if you can figure it out, try and figure out where the drugs are being kept, where the townsfolk are going and working, and where the assassin is.
Right. I can see what I can do with that. It'll take me like an hour. Okay, I will move over to the doorway. I will remember the sensation of the terrible burden of being observed and go invisible. And I will step outside and I will try to do aerial recon, investigation.
Okay. Because you're basically going aerial on this, I will give you advantage on this roll. And I would like you to roll me perception.
Not investigation?
Not investigate. You are observing from high up and far away.
I'm
This is not an
also looking
investigation
for,
check.
for specific things. Okay, fine. Perception, the thing I'm legendarily bad at. 14.
14. Okay.
Could've
You
been a 26.
fly up a good 100 feet, looking down across the town. It's deserted, is the only way to really describe it. There's buildings that have faint flickers of light in them, but they seem, for the most part, uninhabited, or at least no one's really moving around in them. It's mid-afternoon. You look sort of up towards the east of the town. You realize that there's this large sort of park area full of sort of old leafless trees. But the center of the park has been entirely sort of dug out, and there's a bunch of massive tanks that have been, or like vats of some sort, that have been placed and dug into the ground here. And you can see little fires underneath them. And you can see like steam and vapor curling up off the top of these large vats. And you can see quite a few people around that area, but they are silent is the only real way to describe them. They're working, but where most like large industrial endeavors you would like hear chatter or like people maybe dropping something or anything like that, here it's just you hear the occasional clink of footsteps or someone putting down a tool, but it's so methodical and efficient as to be unnerving. And that's from a very long distance away, to be fair.
Do I have any idea where the assassin might be? Is there a
That
seat of power or something that seems obvious?
at the end of the road, there seems to be some sort of covered awning, tent-like thing that sort of blocks up the middle of the road. Other than that, there's not really any indication from this distance, and you're like a good 250 to 300 feet away. From this distance, most of the people are like 2 inches tall, and you can't really make out distinct features.
Can I try and gently land on top of the awning? Get a bit closer look?
Like on top of the awning?
Yeah.
Okay.
If there's a strut under there, otherwise I'll try to like the lip of one of the vats, I guess.
Yeah, I mean you can try for the awning, or you can go for the vats look a little sturdier. If you want to give me a stealth check, please.
Surprisingly, also no. It's 11. Let me quickly check to see if invisibility helps me at all there.
Invisibility would give you advantage.
Yippee! Okay, so 11 or 14. It's 14.
Okay. You alight on. Do you want to be close to to the awning, or do you want to be further away?
Relatively close to the awning.
Okay. You alight on one of the edges of the vats, one of the ones that doesn't seem to be steaming. Most of the contents is kind of sludgily settled at the bottom. With a 14 stealth, you sort of look down. There's these grey-skinned townsfolk working silently between these vats. you also spot a couple of sort of guards standing around, not really doing anything, just kind of leaning against some of the stairs or the vats as the workers sort of hurry between them. And you see under the awning is a familiar face. She's a good, like, well, let's be specific about this. She is 40 feet away from you, and she hasn't looked up, but the face of Evan Lorne, sort of that scar across the sort of lower lip, graying hair, is quite evident as she seems to be poring over some documents. You also notice behind her, is lying outside of the awning, sort of with its back against it, is a very large wolf with one leg that is prosthetic.
Am I like within a decent range where they could hear me talking if I was whispering?
You don't know. You're within 40 feet of this person. And there's a lot of things you can do at 40 feet. There's a lot of things they can do at 40 feet. They haven't noticed you yet. How long do you stay here for?
My invisibility lasts for an hour. How much time did I burn just getting here?
About 5 minutes. Flying doesn't take long.
Let's see, how far am I from the ground?
As you're
From
watching,
like stone portion of the ground. Yep.
as you're watching, Evan Lorne sort of stands up, sort of plants her hands on the desk that she's sitting at, and then in a flurry of violence, she just rakes one hand across the desk. You watch as papers go scattering and flying. A small vial of glass shatters on the ground as she goes, "Ah!" Fucking bastards! You can hear from well away. Like, it echoes around this vast area. And she sort of what the fuck am I supposed to do now? You watch as a couple of the guards who are standing around sort of look over, and as she looks up, they quickly look away. She goes to pick up the shattered vial on the ground, and she cuts herself on some of the glass, and it drips onto the wood below. She looks at her hand, squeezes it, and puts it down on the desk. Blood sort of smears its way across a couple of pieces of paper. And then she puts her hand in a small pouch by her side, and she pulls out this large, sort of foot-long scroll that is very familiar to you. As she opens up this sort of hellish contract and puts it on the desk and wipes a small piece of blood across the space where her name is, as you sort of watch from this distance. And she sort of stands there for a moment, closes her eyes, and then she opens them again, and they have this red sheen across them as she sort of sits up and looks just directly.
Does
And
my
just
magic vision
sits
pick
there.
anything up?
Your magic vision, the contract is glowing. And whatever she's doing, it's also glowing. You see the various, like, none of the vats are glowing, but various guards have little trinkets on them that have faint little glows on them as well. And she's just kind of standing there, staring straight forward, unseeing.
I think I've gotten enough information for the moment. I'm going to head towards the back of the vats and then circle back around the tavern, so I'm not going in front of her.
Okay.
On the off chance that what she's doing right now could detect me.
Okay. Well, you can basically just go straight back without entering her line of sight.
Let's do that then.
You make your way back to the tavern, alight in front, and step inside.
Well, I found Evan Lorne.
Yippee!
She's very not happy, probably with us and also her dead compatriots.
Makes sense.
She's also got what looks like an industrial-grade alchemy setup.
Makes some
can
sense considering.
Can we get a bit of paper and you sketch out like the
I can
layout
do better
so
than
we
that. Major
all
image.
we all have like a knowledge of the town now.
Yeah,
Okay.
you get like a brief map with various little bits of highlighted the vats in sort of this old park. There's like a few buildings around. There's what looks like an old blacksmith's, a couple of like storehouses, a few like small towers and stuff around. Everything that you can see on the map, as it were.
Fantastic. Just so we all know where we're going.
Yeah, she also had the other contract on her, it seemed like.
Okay.
And a couple of enchanted equipment guards. The people around here are not right. But we kind of knew that part already.
Do we think the vats are where they're brewing the evil stuff?
It's
Almost
gotta be where they're making
definitely.
the drugs, right?
Yeah.
We
When-
still don't know what
First they
they're
need to have
doing
enough to
here,
get the
though.
whole town hooked, and then they have to continually make more to keep the town alive. So, industrial
But what-
scale makes sense.
What are they doing here? That's the big unanswered question. They have these people, they have them hooked on drugs, they're doing something for them, but we don't know what.
Maybe it's the root of a supply network. Maybe this is a proving ground of some kind. To a certain extent, it kind of doesn't matter. Because one way or the other, we gotta stop it.
Did you mention something about a scroll as well when you were looking about?
Yes, zooming in on the canopy, the tarp, whatever. And just showing her opening up the now blindingly bright contract.
Oh no.
You
we see any
see sort of a major image of an almost identical contract to the two that you actually have in your bag, Arthur.
Oh. She must be contacting Asmodeus.
Oi!
Oh, I didn't really want to get in front of her while her eyes were like that, but possibly.
Yeah, I mean, he probably can't manifest on this plane, so maybe he's like contacting her through her eyes or whatever. It probably doesn't matter. All we need to know is that she's actively making contact with an infernal being, so it's probably not good. She could technically use his power if she wanted.
Is that not something you can do as well?
If I want to give up some of my soul, sure.
Fair point, fair point.
Okay. I guess. Wait a minute.
Oh.
Do we remember what the signs were for enhancement by the drug?
For full enhancement.
Yeah, as
Of-
in like
of,
they
like,
were
the-
super
the
strong.
symptoms?
Yeah. What were the symptoms of someone on it?
You saw like pallid grey skin, usually very thin but very wiry, like incredibly tough muscle but little to no fat. Like basically like to the point of like almost malnourishment. But like
Okay.
with very like exposed and visually like hefty musculature. The people exposed to the drug also seemed complacent to a degree. Like they were strong, but they were basically obedient in some
Yeah.
way.
Whereas she is very much in her faculties, not thin.
She was
From what we can see in this
angry
main
from what Darren saw.
Yeah. I was just wondering if she was on the drug, then we could maybe use the antidote to kill her.
No,
But-
I don't think she's on her own supply. Or if she is, she's already taking countermeasures to it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we have these antidotes. How are we going to get them to the people? And how are we going to gather them in a place where we could distribute it to them in some way? That's the one thing I'm not sure about right now.
It looked the VAT workers seemed organized. She's surrounded by guards. We're probably not going to be able to help much, if anyone, until we take down the power structure on top of this.
Okay. Should we take them by surprise or should we go in all guns blazing? I mean, all
We've seen guns.
projectiles. Yeah.
Casting pistols.
all casting pistols firing.
How is the antidote? What form is it? Is it a liquid? Is it a pill?
It's a liquid in a vial, and the apothecary who helped make it said that there were 2 doses per vial, and it has to be ingested orally.
Yeah.
Yeah, we couldn't inject it.
Also, I know that she wanted me. Remember when she tried to kidnap me in a warehouse?
Yeah, that was strange.
Should I go chat to her?
I don't think that's a good idea.
No. I'm not planning on, like, getting kidnapped. I mean, all y'all are there. But instead of just like, surprise, we're gonna kill you right now, perhaps we could let her monologue while we figure out what her deal is.
She seems frustrated.
Yeah.
Maybe we could try and get some information out of her. She's always seemingly been at least aware of her faculties and not totally insane, like the other 3 that we've dealt with, the other 2 we've dealt with so far, so
Exactly.
maybe we can come to some sort of agreement.
The last time you encountered Evan Lawn, she didn't talk. She was actively professional, focused on the job, and when the job got too much, she booked it. So, whatever
Well,
that
She
we've
doesn't
gotta
even
make
want to be on the
her-
contract.
Well, okay, so let's make sure she can't book it. Let's set a trap, okay? So she thinks she's got the upper hand. Alright? My proposal here, I wander in, I get her monologuing, right? Me being like, I heard you wanted me, I wanted to come here on my own terms. Don't tell her I got backup. And then you guys are around, like, destroying shit, and, like, I don't know, can we trap her in any way? Get a big lasso?
I think
know?
the problem with trying to trap her at this point is the fact she knows her comrades are dead, so she is going to be on high alert.
We need to get her fucking potion satchel away from her. Because if she gets spooked, she's gonna transform into a goddamn bird again or something. and run.
Good point.
I could try and lift it off her.
I could distract her. You can sleight of hand. I'm a performer at heart.
You're the only one that can get in and out undetected, Darren, and you're the one that can fly.
Yep.
I can.
Also, I really want to know what her deal is. Sorry.
That's fine. I could also cast Pass Without Trace on Darren. That'll be any help.
Yeah, I mean, this person isn't a professional assassin. They're probably quite aware of their own body. We need everything to try and lift this off of them. Though I did get something off them last time. This is more of a whole bag instead of a vial.
You got that off one of the guards.
Oh, that was it, right?
Yeah.
We got the princess
try
off her.
Huh?
What do we get
What?
off her?
Oh, we got the pills from one of the guards initially to figure out what drug they were all on.
Oh,
Yeah.
Could we try my plan?
Yeah. I
my plan a
failed
good
to see a
plan?
better option.
We're gonna have to show a lot
As-
of our hand for it, but
As you're all standing here, you hear in the distance clang, clang, clang of a bell ringing. A couple of moments later, you watch as a crowd of townspeople cross the square away from the bat. It seems work day's over.
we may want to wait till tomorrow.
We want to wait till tomorrow. There's less people there. There's less
Yeah,
town folk she can set on us.
Yeah, but that also means there's less happening in her field of vision.
That's okay. I'll be a big distraction.
I mean,
I'm very loud. And I've got this. I bring out the horn of silent alarm.
Silent alarm.
It's very distracting.
Oh, the darkness would help me with sneaking around, I guess.
Please.
I'm putting it on record. I'm not a fan of this plan, but it is
Do we
the
have a better one?
only one we have.
We don't have a better plan. Let's do my plan. All right.
I will suggest that we put the antidote somewhere safe before we go and encounter her.
Yes. I feel like Hickory is probably the safest person to carry the antidote because they have the ability to sort of GTFO at any point.
That's
Right?
true. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that is true. Yeah.
Do we just want to give Hickory the bag of holding then with it in?
Yeah, it's me.
Hickory, you are the holder of stuff.
Hickory
Here you
takes
are,
the stuff.
insurance plan.
Sure. Does this mean you don't want me to help or to help?
No, you
but-
can help. We're giving it to you because you can be gone in an instant.
I see.
Yeah. In the worst case, you can get out of here with the antidote, and that means that they can't destroy it and undo all of our hard work.
That is true.
Okay, any other suggestions before we make our way towards Evan Lawn?
Nope. I don't think I have anything.
All right, let's go. I'll literally walk in the open towards her. If everyone else wants to try and do it very stealthily, that may be advised. Where am I?
Yeah.
Where's here? Oh, there. Thank you. Okay. Can I move my character? Oh, here he goes.
Right, I'm
Okay.
pulling the same maneuver from before.
While that happens, Ingvar and
Yeah.
Arcus and Hickory and Darren, I would like you all to give me a group stealth check, please.
Oh,
Last
you
time I did this, I face planted into the floor.
I'm invisible and in the sky, but okay.
That's annoying.
That is with Pass Without a Trace, correct, Lydia?
Oh, I forgot about that. So no, that'll be 19.
Okay. So 19. So everyone adds a plus 10.
Okay, 16 for me then.
16. Hickory?
Oh, I rolled 13, so 23, I guess.
23. Marcus?
Am I going?
Sorry,
Head east.
my sheet is bugging out. What was I supposed to roll?
Stealth.
Stealth.
Whoosh. 15.
15. Okay,
Less
so that's
Pass Without a Trace,
25. So lowest roll is a 19. That's fine. You all make your way furtively up to this sort of park area. If you guys, because you guys rolled relatively high on your stealth checks, I'm going to say you guys can pick where you want to be located within, let's see, within this area here. Is how far those stealth checks are going to get you without necessarily impinging on other factors. So if you guys want to put your minis where you would like them to be.
Okay.
Am I looking?
Okay.
No, I'm not quite there. The blooming friggin' field spoiled by a camera. That was bloody. Where the? Oh,
Where's Ingvar?
I'm down by the stairs somewhere. At the
Ingvar's
front.
downstairs,
Yeah.
under a tank.
Under one of the vets.
Being very
Okay.
stealthy.
Yeah.
that'll
Nice
do.
and cozy by the fire.
Mhm.
All right. Has everybody picked their location?
Yes.
Okay. Rod, you strut up the main sort of thoroughfare in this park. You walk past a pair of guards who immediately sort of reach for their weapons, but don't attack. You're walking into this place. I would like you to roll me a intimidation or performance check as you see fit.
Let me just double check which one. Intimidation is +7. Performance is also +7.
You gonna try and be buff, or you gonna try and be like?
I think Prod's
Alrighty.
gonna try and be buff as hell. That's a 20.
That is a dirty
Dirty.
20. Okay.
Filthy.
You
Filthy
you
20.
sort of stride past the armor, sort of the sheen of the armor, the purple of the bandages, the twin swords holstered on your back over your cloak. As these two guards sort of ready their weapons, they're taken aback. Should they attack? I mean, this person's just walked in. They're not sneaking around. They've just walked straight in. Why? Maybe they have business with the. They don't know you, but as you stride past, you see them. They sort of follow you, but like at a distance, because they're not really sure what they should be doing. As you succeed on your intimidation check.
I sort of look back at them and give like a curt, like, you know, those bro nods where they like nod upwards. It's one of those.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I see Evan Lawn?
Yeah, I mean, currently she's not looking at you. She's like poring over a desk at the end of the sort of under this awning at the end. But she is visible.
I like pull my hand up and just go, Evan!
She
just
sort of
like-
looks up at you.
Like a
you can
friend.
see, now that you're sort of closer to her, sort of at like the 30-foot mark, you can see she's older, maybe in her late 60s. Sort of very dark grey hair that might have once been sort of this raven black colour. She's got a scar that sort of traces its way across her cheek and then down across one sort of lip and then onto the other, and sort of ends kind of at like a little curlicue underneath just on her jaw. The word that you would use to describe her at one time might have been handsome. She's not beautiful by any means, but she has a quiet dignity to her that is very sort of stately. But she's wearing assassin's leathers. She has a couple of bandoliers, one with knives, another with like vials of glass in it. And she sort of looks up at you, and her eyes are this sort of deep green as she sort of looks at you and scowls. And it makes that scar across her cheek, like as she scowls, it sort of goes this very livid red color, as if there's blood flowing under it.
It's fine. Is she sitting down at a table?
She's kind of like standing with her palms flat on a table.
Can I, like, pull up a barrel and sit at the table that she's standing at?
I mean, the table is like on like a raised platform, but if you want to try that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that.
Okay. You pull up a barrel, and you sit sort of in front of the sort of desk that she's sat at.
Do I see the scroll and everything that she's got the contract on?
You look over. The scroll is not currently visible, as far as you can tell. It seems she's put it away.
Okay.
Roll me a perception check. Or investigation if you want to make... Like, perception if you want to be unobtrusive about your analysis of this person, or investigation if you want her to know that you are looking, as it were.
Perception, I'm 11.
Okay. Yeah, you look over her. She has those bandoliers. Each bandolier has like a few potions in it, a couple of knives. She's relatively flat-chested, you realize. As you're looking at her, you realize that she's where the front of her bandolier crosses over her sort of middle of her chest, there's not really any definition there, and that might be obscured by the assassin's leathers she's wearing, but it's relatively tight-fitting clothing. You also notice that she has a short sword at her side, and on the other hip she has a small brown leather pouch. That's kind of everything that you see about her. She's got her hands on her desk, and she looks at you, and she goes, "Who the fuck are you?"
You were looking for me, darling.
I don't
Prodigious
have the
Maximus.
fucking foggiest idea who you are.
Prodigious Maximus.
You can repeat the
Awful.
name as much as you like, it's not going to help.
You were looking for me in a warehouse with, what was his name? Actually, Alfie's forgotten what. Blackthorn? What was it?
Lord
Blackwood.
Gabriel Blackwood.
Blackwood. Yeah, with Blackwood's brother, I believe. Right? Turned into a bird or something as he left? No? No memory of that.
You were with the fucking bastards who... Oh, the princess shit. God. What the fuck do you want? Can't you see I'm
I
busy?
want to know... I can. I think I want to help, actually.
Help?
What is...
Ah.
I sort of look around and like look at like the ratty desk and stuff and be like,
You
"Looks
can
like
see
might
that
need it."
there's a smear of blood on the left corner of the desk where her hand that now has like this small bandage over the palm of it, as you notice.
Be like, you were looking for me, and as I am graciously turning up after hunting you down, I would prefer to know why you were there in the first place, what you wanted, and if I can be of service.
I didn't want you.
Who did?
If anyone wanted you, it was probably the Baroness. May she rest in fucking pieces.
Didn't like
What, you
her.
think the Carnifex is just run by... Well, I guess it is just run by me now, thanks to you fucks.
Going well?
You've gotta... Oh, you must be stupid or fucking brave! Bloody
The answer is
hell.
yes. I want to know what you were doing here. I want to know what this is. Because if I have to kill you, I will. And it'll get written on my fucking bandages as a heroic deed I've done. So... Give me a reason not to kill you, man. I want one. Give me a reason not to kill you.
You've got a stomach on you and no mistake.
I'm sitting here. I'm ready.
Fine. You want a reason not to kill me?
Yes.
Alright. 400 souls. How's that?
Okay.
400 souls. That'll die with the snap of a finger. If I kick the bucket. Or, well, eventually. Because I know your little friends ain't got the guts to fulfill that contract.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I betrayed them, babes. This is all
Roll
me.
me a deception check.
Okay. I'm trying to convince
Hey,
her that I'm...
You immediately
evil.
said something that would set her off. You have to roll for that.
This is acting, so you get advantage, remember?
This is acting, I get advantage.
Is
Can
it
be
advantage
performance,
on
or does it have to
deception?
be deception?
It has to
remember
be
how your feat
deception in
works.
this case. But your feat might work on deception and performance. Check
Yeah.
the wording on that.
Looking. Where the fuck is actor? Actor, deception and performance checks.
Okay. Yeah. You get advantage.
Could I do this as a performance check, or does it have to be deception?
Has to be deception.
Okay,
You are
'cause it is a big
actively
fact.
trying to deceive the person in front of you. Performance would be putting on a show, but you are actively deceiving a... Okay!
20, buddy!
Dirty 20. Okay. She sort of raises an eyebrow at you. God. Catalyst.
We can't help it, darling.
You people.
And killing them was good. They've killed so many innocents, you have no idea. Killing your lot was good. they've got a lot of blood on their hands. And killing you will be good too. Unless you can give me something. Help me out. Tell me how you're gonna fix this and make me have a nice day where I don't have to kill anyone.
You watch as she sort of...
Is lying pickpocketing or not?
That's kind of my question.
But you need to tell me
now,
these
please.
things. I'm not going to be able to keep an eye on chat all the time.
Right, well, I'm trying to sneak up to here so that I can be within 30 feet of her, or else my mage hand will disappear.
Okay. So, 30 feet. 30 feet. So, she is... That's about 28 feet. Yeah.
If I'm hanging out here just by that last vat, I should be within range to pickpocket.
Yeah. You're still under the effects of Pass Without a Trace.
And invisibility for the moment.
And invisibility
As
for the moment.
as soon as I spawn my mage hand, though, invisibility's going down because it's casting a spell.
Okay. Give me stealth check. You have advantage on this because of invisibility. You get a +10 because of Pass Without a Trace. I will say the DC on this is quite high.
Also, I would like
because
to
of
mention she
Evan-
doesn't think you exist anymore because she thought that I killed you.
Not because of Evan Lawn, but because of the very large, very familiar wolf that is sitting next to her.
27.
27. Okay. You place yourself where you would like to be. We shall continue from there.
Okay, I will cast Mage Hand and start pickpocketing.
Okay. As you're talking to Evan Law, and she sort of looks at you, says, I don't believe you. She looks up at the various people, the guards that are around her, the sort of the guards that have approached from behind and are kind of standing to attention, sort of a good 20 feet away from you. She says, Alice, eyes, actors, traitor. Surprisingly loyal at time. And anyway, if you did kill them,
Well,
when did you kill them?
one of them's locked in a basement somewhere in Matina.
Said you killed them, not that they were imprisoned. That's an entirely different thing.
No,
darling.
darling, one of them can't die, you idiot. Good as dead. Locked in a basement. I say locked in a basement. Locked under several feet of stone. The other's dead. But the one that I couldn't kill, the library guy, I don't know. Kept screaming about his daughter. It was awful. Anyway.
Alright, say I do feel like I could use your skill. If I don't fulfill the terms of this contract within 6 months, My soul, every soul on it, belongs to the King of Heavens. You know what needs to be done.
Does need to be done.
The destruction of the largest source of knowledge in our realm.
What do you get from this contract?
Me?
Yes. Why did you sign it?
Money. Why else? Seemed easy
Money?
at the time. Nobody cares for the place anymore. Just a big empty library drifting in space. Nobody gives a shit.
I mean, girl. Do you think if it was a big empty library that nobody gave a shit about, Asmodeus would write a contract for it? For its destruction? I know you signed this a while ago, but please say you've developed a brain since. What are you doing to get out of this contract?
Going to fulfill it. What else?
Ow.
There are places in this world where the library opts a door out. The way I see it, a library that big is just a lot of dry kindling.
Ah. I see. Fire then.
Fire is the solution to most things you want to destroy.
Fair enough.
But of course, I need to find the door first. The Baroness had a device that could open a rift, tear. Not really my specialty. I deal more in poisons, potions. I would like you to roll me a perception check.
A perception check. Coming right up.
Should
Oh,
be
that-
nice lights as well.
Okay, I'm gonna roll something, but ignore it because I did that with advantage and not flat. Unless you're gonna allow me advantage on
I
perception.
am not going to allow you advantage on this.
So, ignore this.
Actually, you know what? What's your passive perception at the moment?
My passive perception is a 10.
Okay. In which case, you don't need to roll it. This is just going to be me rolling something. I get a +5 to this.
Great.
One.
One.
That is an 8.
One. Bollocks.
Oh, that's good for you.
8 is lower than your...
8 is lower than your passive perception.
That's an 8 combined. Fantastic.
That is an 8 combined. You watch as Evan Lorne sort of slides a hand into her belt and pulls a small vial of liquid out and sort of places it on the table in front of her. Says, potions, poisons, little pieces of ephemera. Nothing too drastic, but of course, lethality is required at times.
What does this special one do?
Oh, this. She raises a vial of bright green. This is, well, one of the most painful ways to die. And you hear from behind her one of the guards who looks younger than the rest, still in the assassin's leathers, the grey cloak over her. She has long, blonde-ish hair, sort of dirty blonde. Looks maybe early 20s, late teens, 16, 18 years old. You notice that she has sort of slightly blotchy skin. She's wearing gloves. She sort of giggles as she's watching the vial in Evanlorn's hands. Evanlorn says, very gruesome way to die, to be quite honest. Can keep a person alive for 10 hours, writhe in agony. Eventually, burrows its way through the skin, leaves a gaping hole. Always painful. Very. But sometimes you can survive. Sometimes live. You see the girl behind her sort of giggles again.
Nice. I take out the belt of infinite
Okay.
infinite protection. I go, this belt. Sorry, wait, no, Alfie
carry
needs to
on.
get the giggles out. Okay, I have the belt and I go, this belt. It's a very painful way to live. You see, it actually protects you from most problems, including the ones of oxygen and light. But it only activates when you get into trouble. Once you're attuned to it, obviously. Let's say you put this on a person, especially someone who gets into trouble, like yourself. Ooh, I think you'd have about 10 hours worth of life left as well.
Cruelty begets you, prodigious Maximus. I'm surprised.
I learnt it from the best. Now, money, that bores me. Power, that's what I'm interested in.
Power. Alright. Well, I'm not one to share.
Have you beefed it yet, by the way? Lying. Have you?
I really would like to know.
I, at this point, will allow you to make a sleight of hand check, lying.
Okay, am I doing this with advantage or not?
Because there's only so long Prod can appear not stupid. There's only so long.
I would like a sleight of hand check. What would you argue would give you advantage on this?
The amount of distraction that Prod is providing, as well as
The
the
distraction
fact that
is what's allowing you to do it in the first place.
as well as the fact she has seemingly no idea I'm here.
I'm gonna say if this is straight. The distraction is what's allowing you
Can
to
I
even
sneeze?
get this close. Would you know to sneeze?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay. This is a straight roll. Would you like to know the DC before you rolled it?
I guess.
Evanlorn's passive perception, which you are trying to beat, is a 22.
What's your...
My
Can I say that
modifier-
I've cast Bless on everyone before we went into this?
I will allow that.
You can add
I
a
do have a
bless.
+7, so there's that. Yeah, okay, right.
So you need
was bless?
a... Bless is a d4. So
That's right.
you need a 15 or higher without bless, and a 12, shall we say, or higher with the average of bless.
Okay, right.
You're shitting me. Is there no way that they can have advantage?
No, the fact that you are distracting is what's allowing them to do this in the first place. It is.
She hates me, apparently.
So you rolled not great.
A 2 and a 1.
Mm-hmm. You rolled not great. As you sort of project the hand out towards Evan Lorne, and you're going for the pouch at her side, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the plan.
You go for the pouch at the side, you project the hand, you push it under the pouch, up, and just as it's about to lever off the belt, Evan Lorne clamps a hand down on it. She looks around and she goes, and then she turns back to you, Prod.
I already draw my swords.
Cheeky.
As soon as she does this, I'm like,
Okay, roll me initiative then, everybody.
Oh, Christ.
I'll get to this eventually.
Although are we
can
starting
we
the
say-
fight this or next?
I'm going to say, considering where we are, let's roll initiative. And then
Just with my rolls to do.
next
Yeah, we're not
session
doing well.
I don't
The
know what I
fight
rolled. Where can you get chat?
against Evan Lorne
Bring up the dice, and it's the little book in the top right.
and the
Okay.
remainders
Got a 9.
of the Carnifex Syndicate. For now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for joining us. It shall be interesting to see where we go from here. Will our punctual players survive our next encounter? For now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for joining us. And is it a second Wednesday yet?
Is it a second Wednesday?
What about third Wednesday?
Love you all. Bye-bye.
Don't we just love it, everybody? Don't we just love it? It's going to be fun next session. It's time to fight. Old enemies and new alike. It'll be interesting. Good night, everyone.
No.